If you're in Moreton Bay or keeping track of how one of southeast Queensland's fastest growing regions is changing, this is your dedicated update 9 for 2026. In the Greater Brisbane overview, I covered the broader regional pressures shaping housing, infrastructure and population growth. But here in Moreton Bay, several projects now moving forward give a clearer picture of how that growth is translating into transport, housing and lifestyle infrastructure on the ground. We'll start on Bribie Island. Residents are set to receive a new on-demand public transport service later this year, with Caboolture Bus Lines confirmed as operator for a 3-year trial. Unlike traditional fixed bus routes, on-demand transport allows passengers to book trips within a defined service zone, typically through an app or phone booking system, providing flexible travel options where conventional routes may not align well with local travel patterns. The service will operate 7 days a week, including early morning and evening hours, and will connect to the wider TransLink public transport network. Fares will align with Queensland's current 50-cent public transport pricing structure. For Bribie Island, which has an ageing population profile, areas of lower car ownership and residential pockets not easily serviced by fixed routes, the trial is intended to improve access to medical appointments, employment, shopping and social activities. Similar on-demand models are already operating in other parts of Queensland, particularly in lower density or geographically constrained communities. Their long-term success generally depends on patronage levels, booking efficiency, and how well services integrate with existing bus and rail connections. This 3-year trial will effectively act as a proof of concept period to determine whether flexible transport models can better serve communities like Bribie Island into the future. Moving to housing supply, a development milestone has been reached near Mango Hill Station. A new residential block has been activated for construction, enabling additional homes to move into the delivery pipeline as population growth continues across the city of Moreton Bay. Activation refers to site preparation and enabling works that allow residential construction to begin, forming part of the broader housing supply process rather than representing completed dwellings. Moreton Bay has consistently ranked among Queensland's highest growth local government areas, and land releases such as this play a key role in responding to ongoing housing demand. However, activation is only one step in the process. Build timelines, infrastructure delivery, and construction costs ultimately determine how quickly activated land translates into completed homes available to residents. In the context of tight rental vacancy rates and rising construction costs across southeast Queensland, the speed at which these sites progress through to finished housing remains an important metric to watch. On the Redcliffe Peninsula, construction has now officially begun on the Suttons Beach Pavilion redevelopment. The $19.5 million project will deliver a new pavilion building alongside extensive landscaping upgrades and improved public amenities. The redevelopment includes accessible toilets, accessible showers, and a changing places facility, along with enhanced shade structures, rooftop public space, and a viewing deck overlooking Suttons Beach. Indoor and outdoor food and beverage tenancies are planned, with operators to be determined through a separate leasing process closer to completion. Elements of the previous pavilion are also being retained, with the 1998 rotunda located within the precinct to provide additional shaded seating and bricks from the former structure repurposed within the landscape design. Funding for the project comes through the Southeast Queensland Livability Fund under the SEQ City Deal Partnership, with $12.1 million contributed jointly by the Australian and Queensland governments and $7.4 million provided by the City of Moreton Bay. The redevelopment is currently scheduled for completion in mid-2027, weather permitting, with council positioning the site as both a community gathering space and a tourism drawcard for the peninsula. And finally, upgrades are underway at Leslie Patrick Park as part of the council's ongoing investment in local recreational infrastructure. The project focuses on improving accessibility, recreational amenities, and overall usability of the public open space. While smaller in scale than major transport or waterfront developments, park upgrades like this often have direct day-to-day impact, improving safety, accessibility and functionality for families, sporting groups and community events. Taken together, these projects highlight the mix of transport innovation, housing supply expansion, and lifestyle investment shaping growth across Moreton Bay as population continues to rise across the region. If you arrived here from the Greater Brisbane overview, you can continue with the Logan or Ipswich updates, and if you started here, the full regional overview is linked if you'd like the broader Greater Brisbane picture behind these changes. Thanks for staying up to date with Moreton Bay. See ya.